what's up? I'm Britt and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Britt. I'm an intuitive business strategist and marketing alchemist and witchy mom of 3. And in simple terms, I help women not only find intention and purpose in their business, but in motherhood as well, and helping them find a little magic in their everyday life as they live out their full vision in every way. So this video I'm super excited about because I needed to find something to have kind of a 30 or 60 minute block that I could use once a day to really go through my to-do list in business with usually some kind of admin tasks or anything that I just wanted to get, a good busy work block done and feel really productive, especially with having 3 kids at home. So background story, my kids are 9, 7, and 5, almost 6. We have an August baby coming up, and I needed something where they could be a little bit more independent and just have kind of a break in the rhythm, to say the least. Or, this is also perfect for like transition time. So we trialed this out beforehand because I always want to come with experience when I come and share things with you guys. But I have absolutely loved these. So I thought it was time to share the video and give my insights and thoughts on it. So right now I'm unpacking everything that I ordered. A lot of this is from Amazon. So I did create I have an Amazon storefront. So I've linked everything in a list for you to go through and pick anything that you like or you see here. All things that we've used and I absolutely love and would recommend. So ideally with these boxes, they're anywhere that you can utilize for 30 to 60 minutes, depending on your kids' ages and whatnot, but they each have a different little theme. So I decided to lay out all of the boxes and kind of go through, and I'm 1000% winging this at the moment when I recorded this, but it worked out really well and they're really easy to filter through. So as I'm unpacking all of this, I'm kind of laying out everything in the boxes so that I could go through and kind of organize a little bit better and kind of think out the different themes. So when I went into this, I did have themes already picked out as far as what I wanted in them and the different kind of, energies throughout it. So there are 5 different ones. And ideally what I wanted to do with this is have 5 that I could rotate through, and then they each get to pick one every day. So by the end of the week, they go through everything. With this, they get to pick. I have a little chart I'll show up here on the screen where they go and pick where they want to go for the day, and they can't repeat one. So this way they've kind of gone through everything and they've kind of exercised and stressed and tapped into the energy of each box each day. I know that sounds like super witchy and woo-woo, but by energy, I just mean one of them is the cozy corner that we called it. So it's an audiobook and whatever the pick is for that week. And it has some really fun coloring and color books. So it's kind of a different vibe than maybe one that is more artistic and you're getting creative. So that's what I mean by the energy of it. So right now I'm going through all of the boxes, and the first one, I started out as calling it mini worlds, but this actually ended up becoming, we ended up calling it Make Believe Meadow, which my girls absolutely loved. So in here, I found these fun little, they're fairy sets. I do have these ones linked. I just thought they were so cute. I am a lover for anything that is miniature, and it's just so fun. And then of course, my base of this is kinetic sand. You can also do Play-Doh or scented Play-Doh I've made before. They're really easy recipes on Pinterest, but I'm just unwrapping all of these so that it is way easier to manage, and I just put it in a little bag. I did have one that ended up coming later too that had some greenery and little trees and moss and sticks and stuff, but you can always get these just from your backyard too. I'll probably do this when I set these up for fall and start transitioning them through, but I thought that they were just so fun. So in this one, they're pretty much just setting up little worlds. This has probably been the most favorite one that has been fought over to who gets to do this first, because it's just so easy. It's the easy playing. I mean, you can make these themes. I already have my little tokens picked out for fall. They're little fall leaves and apples and pumpkins, and obviously I'm a full year-round fall enthusiast, but I'm so excited to be able to work these in. You can also do fairies. I also saw a lot of things of beach fairies to make it very a nautical theme or just very seasonal. I'm always a big believer in making things and tapping into the inspiration of this season. So this is the first box that I'm completing and getting together, and I have to say this is by far the best hit, the most popular of it all. So this is the final look at it. And then I ended up putting a little insert into that like has different ideas or whatnot. We don't really use it. It's more so like just what the box is. So the second box, this is the one I was talking about. We called it the Cozy Corner. These are just beyond the cutest little coloring books I found. I also did like a color by number, and just did anything that kind of, my whole point for this one is just unplugging, recharging, and grounding. Something to just kind of take a break. And like I said, these are great activities to do for like that hour in between, like the morning and afternoon blocks, or when you're doing a little work block from home, something that you're just not having to be constantly involved in, because sometimes it can be so hard to manage everything from home. And this is the moment I decided I didn't want to use my new colored pencils specifically for this. So I took the leftover colored pencils that have been used and abused in here, and I decided to put that just in a little pouch for this specific station, and then saving our new ones for just some summer school stuff. So this is what I ended up with, putting this in here, as well as we use Yodos. We love our Yodos. The girls each have their own. We share the booklets of the little cards they put in. I loved these way better. I did a lot of research between that one and the Tonys with the little characters, and I just thought it was way better fit, and we love it. They also have a little podcast the girls love listening to daily. And it's just worked out so well. Or we'll also do library audiobooks, which our library has some really great picks. So we've been going through Harry Potter, and we just did one. Rosie Revere, the engineer, is a hit one, and we've had that in like the actual physical book form too. It was great. So this box specifically, this is the arts and crafts kind of box. This is one where I usually do like a themed core box, like craft. So we call this the color cauldron. This was by far the most fun tackle box. It totally reminded me, if you're a 90s kid too, of the hair tackle box that you felt so cool when you got to put your hairbrush in and your play makeup and whatnot. This is what it reminded me of, and it's really easy to fill, and the kids love it. So that doesn't fit in the box, but it goes with it. So this is just any kinds of arts and crafts, and I mean, we go through it pretty fast between all three kids, but they're so easy to replace. But I do different themed things, like the first week we did wands, where like they made their little wand and decorated. It was so fun. You can decorate journals, like we decorated morning journals that we're doing with summer school. This next box, and I'm kind of working hand in hand because I was trying to figure out where I wanted to put what. The next box we did, this is kind of like a creation station. So this is, we called it Tinker's Hollow is the name we landed on. This is all around creative and critical thinking skills. It is fully being able to create whatever they want. I always grab different things that we have, like recycled goods. So this will be like random boxes or paper towel rolls, anything that they really love to kind of make together, because they're doing it anyway. Like I have one kiddo who, she'll probably be an engineer one day, just the way her brain works, but she loves tinkering with stuff. So I gave her a place and a purpose to tinker, and it has helped the extra arts and crafts that go on around the house. And I think it works so well. This next one is the scroll and quill, and this is all things creative writing. So I got these really fun, I wanted to do really fun pencils to just make it fun. These are scented, and they were just the best. Again, 90s kid here, and I'm living out my childhood dreams of all the things that I loved or wanted to get and never could. So I'm living this out here. I did get some different journals that some are more geared toward like my kinder going into first grader, that are like a primary lined one that's a little bit bigger to write, and drawing some pictures. So she's still in her like very beginning writing stages, but she can draw pictures. I also did these little flower pens. They're so fun to do. The kids have loved it, and they're like bendy. For my older girls, I did some journals. So these are the journals that you see here, and they're different. They got to pick which one they wanted for a morning journal, and then we always have like extras that we float in here. So they can be working on stories, they can be working on just fun creative prompt. And then what you'll see here as well too is I ordered two different things just to try out. One is it was a well-recommended story dice where you roll them. They just didn't get here this day. There's story dice where you can roll them. They have different icons on it, and they give you like a different inspiration for a different story to tell. The next thing that I absolutely loved, which I thought was so fun, were these story prompt cards. And you pull a card out, and this makes me think of tarot. The girls see me do my tarot cards every morning. It is like my ritual. And I love that they kind of get to do this in a playful way. And so there are different story cards that kind of inspire this story that they want to write and different things to include. And I just thought it was such a fun way to just get creative and stop the overthinking before it becomes a thing, because we all know we do it as adults. So those are the two things that I absolutely loved and highly recommend. So that was our box that we did in there. What you'll see here too, and these are like one of my favorite things that I found, is these plastic like covers. So on here, I didn't use them for all boxes. I just put them in there as I was setting these up. You can put different worksheets in there and let them use dry erase markers, and they work so well because you're not having to reprint sheets a million times. So it's a little bit more resourceful. But then in here too, you can change the different like directions, especially for my older kids, my older two who can read, especially for the craft. I'll put it on there of like what the craft is and then make a little example. But they're game changer, and they're really inexpensive and budget friendly to grab on Amazon in a pack. So here I'm just setting up this is like one of my favorite things. I put some of this in my other video too that was preparing for our summer school, and I love just getting new school supplies. It is the absolute best. Anyway, this is what we ended up with. This has been a game changer for me as a busy mom that works from home and has 3 different kiddos of different ages. It's been so fun to add a little bit of magic into our season and just having a rhythm at the same time that is also flexible and on the go. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really supports my channel, and make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time.